All right, well, kind of a cool story is this Friday, the Rotary Club of Bishop Sunrise will have a kickoff pear tree planting ceremony. That's taking place at the Lidstrom Orchard at Manzanar National Historic Site and this Friday at 10 a.m. Now, the planting supports Rotary International President Ian H.S. Risley's goal of planting a tree for each member by Earth Day, April 22nd, 2018. A press release notes the trees are planted by Rotarians in the name of fellowship, friendship, and community service and are meant to grow as endearing monuments to Rotary's ideals. Now, a press release notes that in the early 1900s, farmers planted thousands of apple and other fruit trees in the town of Manzanar, Spanish for apple orchard, according to the press release, just as the city of Los Angeles was building an aqueduct to carry the valley's water 200 miles south. Now, in the mid-1920s, Los Angeles bought out Manzanar's farmers, and in 1941, Inyo County declared the town abandoned. From 1942 to 1945, incarcerated Japanese Americans pruned, thinned, and irrigated nearly 40 acres of Manzanar's abandoned orchards, yielding several thousand crates of fruit for the camp's mess halls. Now, for more than a decade, the National Park Service has worked to rehabilitate the historic orchards, installing new irrigation systems, pruning, and grafting old stock to new roots to preserve Manzanar's heirloom fruit varieties. Like this story, you can see the website nps.gov/Manz or the Manzanar Facebook page. Well, after nearly a year of working to install a new and enhanced compounding pharmacy at Northern Inyo Healthcare District, it now looks as if the Northern Inyo Healthcare District is on track to complete the first phase of the project in the next 2 or 3 months. News release notes that Chief Executive Officer Kevin S. Flanagan, MD, MBA, updated Northern Inyo Healthcare District leaders on the progress during last Wednesday night's Board of Directors meeting. Dr. Flanagan recapped the project's timeline, detailing months and months of meetings with state regulatory agencies, architects, engineers, and construction teams. At one point, the project was even brought to the attention of State Assemblyman Devin Mathis in hopes of garnering his support in case the project encountered any additional bureaucratic hurdles. Now, said Dr. Flanagan, in the end, every meeting, every conference call, every moment was well worth it. This will allow us to continue operating our infusion center, a service many of our patients rely on. Our team did not want to fail our patients, and I am thrilled to report that we did not fail. Persistence and patience saved this service, end quote. Now, the infusion center offers the intravenous administration of medication most often used when oral medications will not work. Press release says for many people, chemotherapy is the most familiar type of infusion therapy. Other types include intravenous antibiotics and therapeutic infusions such as iron replacement. Estimates show Northern Inyo Healthcare District's infusion center provides between 2,500 and 2,600 infusions or injections on an annual basis. And another piece of Northern Inyo Healthcare District news, Dr. Flanagan reported that NIHD leadership is working diligently to get the district's budget solidly back to black after experiencing an off year. CEO's comment came after a financial report from John Tremble, Northern Inyo Healthcare District's interim chief financial officer. Tremble stated that after all the necessary end-of-the-year adjustments, yet before the finalization of the annual audit, Northern Inyo Healthcare District was in the red for the fiscal year 2016-2017 by just over $1 million. That full press release is posted on our website, sierrawave.net. Well, the Bars fire detected near Olancha Pass on September 21st, that's grown to about 3/4 of an acre, according to a press release from the United States Forest Service. Fire burning in sagebrush, pinyon juniper, and white fir. Now, smoke may be visible along Highway 395 west of Olancha, especially in the afternoons. You are asked not to report that fire. Crews using trail systems and natural barriers for containment using minimum impact suppression tactics. This will help protect wilderness character, that press release says. Crews are implementing a structure protection plan for nearby structures in the Sage Flat area. No evacuations in place at this time. Warmer, sunnier conditions in the forecast. This does appear to be a lightning-caused fire. Well, 2 Bishop residents were arrested on several felony charges earlier this month. Press release from the Bishop Police Department states that on Saturday, September 16th, at approximately 1:36 a.m., the Bishop Police Department received a report of an attempted robbery in the 100 block of Whitney Alley. Now, the victim, the press release states, was sitting in his parked vehicle when a male subject approached the driver's side door of the vehicle. Suspect threatened the victim, entered the vehicle, and sat in the driver's seat. Second male also entered the passenger side of the vehicle, and after a short time, both men exited the victim's vehicle, entered an awaiting vehicle, and left the area. Additional witnesses identified the alleged armed subject as Stephen Daniel Arias Jr. And with the help of witnesses on scene, a description of the vehicle and the suspects were given to the California Highway Patrol, as well as Inyo County Sheriff's Department. We're assisting the Bishop Police Department with locating the suspects. Both suspects were arrested in the 700 block of Tusu Lane in the unincorporated area of Inyo County. Arias, age 34, of Bishop, and Dylan Bever, age 26, of Bishop, were arrested, transported to the Inyo County Jail in Independence. Both subjects booked on various felony charges. We'll be back with more news.